The following is a Channel 8 Sports production.
Memories. They define us and inspire us. This summer will be full of memories. Welcome to Sea Dogs Baseball, only on Channel 8. Brought to you by Rich Aluminum and Portland Welding Supply and Freeman Supply. Well, for the third consecutive year, the Portland Sea Dogs have made the playoffs. Tonight, a little bit of history in the making, perhaps. The Sea Dogs get a chance to play for the Northern Division Championship. They can clinch right here at Hadlock Field and on Channel 8 as the Sea Dogs take on the New Britain Rockcats. Norm Karkos and Mike Fagerson back on Channel 8. And really, Mike, the Sea Dogs have everything going in their corner tonight.
That's right, Norm. They're in control of their own destiny. As you said, it would be their third consecutive Northern Division Championship, a big thing for Portland and, of course, the Sea Dogs themselves.
And a big game all the way around because these New Britain Rockcats are playing for their playoff lives right now, chasing Norwich.
That's correct, Norm. They're only 2.5 games out of a playoff spot, and they're still in. Norwich lost last night. This is a big game for the Rockcats.
Hector Mercado and Benj Sampson are your starters tonight. When we come back, we'll have the first pitch. This is Sea Dogs Baseball on Channel 8. Back at Hadlock Field in Portland, Norm Karkos and Mike Fagerson gearing up for baseball tonight. The Sea Dogs and the New Britain Rockcats. And as we said just moments ago, the Sea Dogs with a chance to clinch their third consecutive Northern Division Championship and gain first home field advantage in the first round, and all kinds of nice surprises tonight. The old lefty from Yale throwing the baseball with Mark Kotze this evening, getting warmed up. Former President George Bush.
And Norm, we hope he'll join us for a little color commentary, maybe possibly in the second inning or so, as the Sea Dogs take the field.
Portland Sea Dogs taking the baseball field, and we will go down to the baseball field itself to join in our pregame festivities. The Royal River Chorus out of Yarmouth with the honors tonight. Here is tonight's national anthem from Hadlock Field.
Members come from all over southern and mid-coast Maine. They're the state's top-ranked Sweet Adelines Chorus and hold fifth-place honors in the New England region.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars
with a nice rendition of this evening's national anthem. Sea Dogs and the Rockcats concluding a 4-game home-and-home series this evening at Hadlock Field. And as you can see in the picture, with the tight security, former President George Bush, Kennebunk residents, avid baseball fan, loves minor league baseball, strong family ties to Major League Baseball with the Texas Rangers. Our general manager and vice president of Channel 8, David Kaufman, flanked to his right to the left of the screen, as well as Sea Dogs president and GM Charlie Eschbach.
Also in the foreground is George Bush's grandson, Walker, who he was proudly introducing to players from both teams as an aspiring second baseman.
Former President Bush, the lefty, and the former first baseman at Yale. One of my pleasures in my broadcasting career was getting a chance to interview him, and I had a picture signed a couple of years back as the former president, making his way toward the pitcher's mound.
And as you said, Norm, a very pleasant surprise. Obviously, the crowd didn't know anything about it, and they're rising with a standing ovation right now. Very popular, of course, in his home state, or what people in Maine like to think of his home state. Promptly throws close to a strike to John Roscoe's, maybe in a short hop.
Perhaps the knuckleball, and John Roscoe's congratulating him. It's got to be a great thrill for young John Roscoe's, having caught a former president as he makes his way back toward the Sea Dog dugouts. And as we said just moments ago, we hope to hear from him and have him up in the broadcast booth for a couple of innings tonight. He'll be sitting with the owner of the Portland Sea Dogs, Daniel Burke, next to the Sea Dogs dugout. Here now the offensive lineup for the New Britain Rockets, checking in at 67 and 70, 8 games behind the Portland Sea Dogs and 2.5 games behind Norwich for that final playoff spot, Mike.
That's right, and leading off for New Britain will be Ryan Lane. He plays second base. Doug Minkowitz, the first baseman, will bat second. Chad Allen in left field hitting third. Corey Koski will play third base and bat fourth. Torrey Hunter, the center fielder, hitting fifth. J.J. Johnson in right field hitting sixth. John Schaefer catching hitting seventh. Joe Fraser, the designated hitter, hitting eighth. And Mike Moriarty will play shortstop and bat ninth.
And defensively for the hometown Portland Sea Dogs, needing only one win to win their third consecutive Northern Division championship. Randy Wynn is in left field. Mark Kotze is in center. And Glenn Reeves gets the start in right field tonight. Around the horn of the infield, Josh Booty's at third, Alex Gonzalez at short, Ralph Billiard's at second base, Kevin Millar is at first, and tonight's battery, John Roscoe's, who just caught a pitch for him, former President George Bush. And on the mound for the Sea Dogs tonight will be the left-handed pitcher, Hector Mercado.
6'3", 225-pounder, and one of the most pleasant surprises for the Sea Dog this season. 11-2, 3.97 ERA. We're ready to get started, Norm.
First batter whom he's facing is Ryan Lane, the second baseman. And Mercado starts off with a strike.